Good morning, everyone. My name is Kenisha Hutchinson. I am a realtor associate and mortgage consultant. And this morning I wanted to talk to you about rentals. So there is a process that you need to go through, or most persons go through, when they're trying to acquire a rental. Some agents might alternate the steps, so what I might give a step 1 or 2 might be a 3 or 4 for another agent, but nonetheless it's basically the same process that you would need to go through when trying to acquire a rental. Now, first is that you would need to reach out to your agent, and you give your agent your budget, the areas that you're interested in, and your agent will therefore now look into those areas and they will send you places within your budget, sometimes a little bit outside of your budget. If you have a range, then they'll send you those. The second step would be to look at that property. Now this step can go alternate with step 3, which is to fill out the paperwork. And the paperwork usually is an application form. It's like an information form, a customer information form that gives details about you as the potential tenant, where you work, what your income is, where you used to live, references, where you're coming from, your previous landlord, stuff like that. And you'll fill out that documentation, and so the agent gets a better idea as to what it is that you're looking for and a little glimpse into who you are. Also, it gives a glimpse to the landlord as well, and this is often something that is required. You can't go around it. You send a copy of your ID, TRN, stuff like that, how many persons will be occupying the space, things like that. So again, agents might alternate this. Some might choose to make it the second step, some might make it be the third step. Step 3 would be to look at the properties that you're interested in to see if these actually suit your needs, because looking at them at photos or on photos or in videos might give you a different feel than when you go into the space and see the area. After you've looked at a property, the other step now is to choose. So you've made your decision, and you said, okay, you know what, this is the one that I want. Your agent will then put in an offer on that property, and that offer can be accepted or it can be denied for whatever reason, because remember, the landlord would have had information about you. They would have done their due diligence, or the agent can do that for the landlord, looking into your background and so on to see if what you said that you're making and so forth you are, see if you're a good standing person, and they can choose to accept or reject that application. Now, let's say that your application is accepted. The next step, therefore, is for the landlord to say, you know what, yeah, I want this person as a tenant, and so we have accepted their application. Usually now, the following step would include money. So you pay your first month's rent and your deposit, if that is a residential unit, or if it is a commercial, it's usually 2 months security deposit and the first month's rent, and you pay that upon signing the lease agreement. Some persons pay that and then sign the lease agreement, and some persons pay it while signing the lease agreement after reading through, or some persons pay before and then they look at the lease agreement afterwards, but that step is unavoidable. All right, now usually after that you wait on the period where you would collect your key, the period for the lease to start. That can range for different persons. Some persons might be lucky enough to be able to move in the same day or the day after that, or within 7 days. Some persons, it might be later than that, probably upon their request, or sometimes the landlord requests more time to have the space prepared. So you wait until your lease date has started, and yeah, you move in. So it's really a very simple process. So oftentimes it's complicated, and oftentimes persons might see things that are outside of their budget and it seems as if it's within their budget. Have to be mindful. Individuals are there is scamming in every single industry, and so individuals are not necessarily truthful. Just remember that oftentimes if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.